simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, as we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. The snap sets up the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. They'll try to pop the draw. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoffs.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Under fire. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Now, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, And you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited, forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Recent years, fellas, Georgia has kind of had the upper hand in its rivalry with Georgia Tech, but this one is always spirited. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kane.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the single running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Now the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Nice grab in traffic. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The give to the back. And some room to work. Hard running there. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Hauls it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes that Alabama offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Grab near the marker. It's Edwards. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
to the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Alabama quickly back to the line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Handoff to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Right on the money. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Had to get rid of it quickly. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Kane. Oh, what a cut! He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. Looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's McDonald. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Oh, they're after him. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They boot it away. Halted in and looking upfield. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now they'll try the right side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Auburn lines up quickly. The DBs will back off a bit. Motion from the wideout. They go to the ground. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to him. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critical. To make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off the play fake. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll run it to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
To the air on second down. With the catch, it's Meadows. And they get him down. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Meadows. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Give to the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Touchdown time! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game. Hope turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. The Tigers have that QB run game rolling like toilet paper headed for Toomer's corner.
And I just think of Cam Newton in that magical season and seeing the toilet paper come out a lot that year on their way to a national championship. But Auburn and that fan base, man, they have some great fans.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
line long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the front.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down if they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver going in motion. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Kane. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Davidson. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They punt it away on fourth down. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. RPO complete to open the drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Off play action. grab near the marker. It's Hampton. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They'll try the run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Looking for space, it's Turner. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. Got it on the outside. It's Kane. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step.
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Pulls and fires complete.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The give out of the gun. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Riley. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. Got it, looking for the first down. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
On the ground, it's Riley. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. On the option, the pitch. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Smashes it between the uprights. And we are all tied up here in the 4th.
I am not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game, in the 4th quarter, when your team needed it, the game now tied because of his foot.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a hair too much on him for this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Fullback's got it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Auburn lines up quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. And 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. If we need to go for it on 4th down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The short hands, it's Kane. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. throw, and he needs to make a play. Caught close to the marker, it's Kane. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers want to move quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Close. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Auburn. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And, man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing off.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Got room on the return. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Ready to fire from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Since 1890.